Hello, my name is Hayden Simon of Bond International School, and with the help of my friends, I will be making the soccer tutorial video for beginners to the sport of soccer or anyone else who wants to improve their skills at the sport. I will be covering the basics of dribbling, passing, shooting, and defending.
The first thing I will be covering today is passing. The first thing you need to know about passing is the stance.
You have to place your non-kicking foot next to the ball, facing the direction you want to go to, your target. This will give the pass more direction and aim. The next thing you need to know is to keep your ankle locked. If you don't have your ankle locked, then you'll have a flabby foot trying to kick the ball and it won't go in the direction you want it to. So in order to do that, you need to keep your ankle locked so the ball goes in the direction you want it to. The last thing you need to know about passing is the power, where the power comes from. The power comes from bringing your kicking foot back and following through. Many beginners think that the power comes from pushing the ball. That is incorrect. You need to bring your foot back and follow through. That's where the power comes from. Different ways in which you can pass the ball. You can pass with the inside of your foot, which gives you the most accuracy. There are other ways you can pass with the outside of your foot, which is less reliable. And finally, with your laces, which can go straight through. Then once you have these basics of passing, then you can start practicing with friends. Next, I will be covering dribbling. First thing you need to know about dribbling, and the first thing you need to practice about dribbling, is walking slowly with the ball while kicking the ball from foot to foot. This will give you the ability to use both feet in a game environment.
Once you get comfortable passing the ball with the inside of your feet from foot to foot, then start trying a more advanced thing using different parts of your feet.
Like rolling the ball over using the outside of your foot. This will help you maintain possession of the ball against defenders in a game situation. Once you feel comfortable with doing this drill, then start jogging at a slow pace while kicking the ball like this. Then once you get very comfortable with jogging, then you can start sprinting with the ball. The last basic point of dribbling is to keep your head up at all times. This enables you to see where you're going first off, to see where your teammates are in a game situation, as well as your opponents. Once you have learned the basics of dribbling, like I've showed you before, then you are ready to start learning some skill moves. The first skill move I was showing is called the lunge. This is where you dribble a ball up to a defender, then you lunge one way, making the defender look like he's going that way, and then go with the ball the other way. The next move I will be showing you is called the scissors move. It is much like the lunge move where you dribble towards the opponent, except this, instead of lunging, you put your leg over the ball, then you go to the opposite direction. Once you've got the hang of these two easier moves, then it's time to try out some more advanced moves. This one's called the biny or nutmeg. This is where you dribble towards your opponent, you lunge like one way, like in earlier, then you kick the ball through their legs and run past. The last move I will be showing you is called the roulette. This is a more advanced move than the biny, and you dribble towards your opponent, you put one foot on the ball, then you turn around your opponent and dribble towards the goal. The basic moves of dribbling. If you want to improve your skills, come with a friend and practice out the same moves I just taught you, and you can start improving and making new skills of your own.
Once you practice these moves and make skills of your own, your dribbling will be hard to stop.
Next I will be covering shooting. The first thing you need to know about shooting is the stance. Just like passing, your non-kicking foot goes directly next to the ball, facing the target, which in this case is the goal. The next thing you need to know about shooting is the run-up. Many beginners think that the faster you run up, the faster the shot will be and the more accuracy it will have. This, however, is incorrect. What you want to do on your run-up is you want to run from fast to slow and from big steps to small steps, like this. This will enable your shot more power as well as accuracy because your foot is connecting strongly with the ball. Probably the most important thing to remember while shooting is to keep your eye on the ball. Many people believe that if you keep your eye on the target, upper corner in the goal, then the ball, when you kick it, will go there. However, this is not correct. Instead, you want to keep your eye on the ball so your foot gets the best connection as possible and it goes in the goal where you want it to. While shooting, there's one other thing you need to remember: to follow through with your shots. Once you shoot, your foot, see how my foot comes out? This gives me more power than if I just stop after here. There are many different ways in which you can shoot the ball. The most common way is to shoot via your laces. This gives you a tremendous amount of power as well as a bit of accuracy. Pretty good accuracy, in fact. And the other ways of shooting is using inside of your foot. This gives you the most accuracy possible because it has the most surface area on your foot. The last way in which you can shoot, which is not as common but very effective, is with the outside of your foot. These are the basics about shooting. One way to practice with your friends is to have one friend go in the goal, as Pierre is doing, to be the goalie. And then you yourself bring the ball and put it 11 meters from the goal on the penalty spot. And just practice shooting the ball into the corner of the net, like this. This will practice your accuracy, power, and aim. Finally, I'll be covering defending in this video. The first thing you need to know whilst defending is to keep your eye on the ball, not your opponent's feet. Your opponent may have some fancy footwork and you can't be fooled by this. You need to go for the ball. Next thing you need to know about defending is to put your whole body into the ball. You can't expect to just put one foot out and win a tackle. You have to have your whole body into the ball and go forward, or else you won't get the tackle. The next thing you need to know about defending, which is very important but many people think is not important, is to have the right mindset for the tackle. You have to be confident and believe in yourself that you'll win the tackle, or else when you are timid and not confident, that is the most likely time you're going to either lose the challenge or get injured. The next thing you need to know about defending is to pace the attacker. The attacker will try some moves on you, and you need to slowly run back at the same pace of the attacker until the attacker makes a mistake. Then you strike and get the ball. For example, something that you need to be careful with defending is the timing of the tackle. You have to make sure that you get the ball and not the attacker. If you perchance get the attacker, then he could get injured, which is bad, or you could get a disciplinary action, for example, a yellow card. Once you have mastered the skills of defending, then it's time to practice with your friends, where you have one of the friends, the attacker, and one the defender. Then, once you are comfortable, then you switch, and then you do the same thing with me as the attacker and him as the defender. These are the basics of defending. This is the end of my soccer tutorial video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you gained some skills and information from this video.